Every day, people ask me, "Hi, Kali, what can I do if I want to be rich?" And I keep explaining and explaining, and always difficult for people to know that money, riches follow enhanced value. Money follows enhanced value. If you want to be wealthy, there must be something you are offering. Now, it sounds simple, and we will always say that's why this program is called Simple Things Broadcast. Why is it simple things? Life is always simple, but not easy. If you want to always win, do simple things. So let's start by talking about the fact that a lot of people want to do something big, but they never agree to do something small. Take the Tower of Eiffel. Take Gateway Arc in Missouri. Take Disneyland. Take anywhere you can. Tower, what do you call it? The one in Dubai, Burj Khalifa. Anywhere you go, there was one day there was the tilling of the ground. There was one day the first brick was laid, or the first iron, or whatever you call it. One day, how can you not understand that consistency is more important than intensity? How can you not understand that you can keep doing things and then you become better and better at it? Why don't you know that the guy who plays the best keyboard one day learned do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do? Why do you get so tired? Why do you get so tired easily? Money follows enhanced value. People have lots of misconceptions about money. And let me tell you some of them. Too many of them. One of them is like, oh, money is the root of all evil. That is not what the scripture says. The scripture says the love of money is the root of all evil. In fact, the love of money means you cannot have, or you don't have enhanced value and then you want to be rich. That's what we call the love of money. If you have enhanced value and you want to be rich, nobody calls it the love of money. The love of money is the reason a beggar wants you to give him or her something and doesn't think he or she will give you something in return. The love of money is the reason a politician wants to collect 100 million and won't even invest 1 million in the constituency where he is or in the state. The love of money is why a civil servant who awards contract for 100 million and takes back 70 million. How does he or she want the thing to be done, the work to be done? The love of money is why the robber, goes to somebody, put a gun in his head and collect his car or his money. The love of money is the reason obtained by trick. Takes what, claim what he think he has or he says he has, and then you give it to him, and then somehow he doesn't answer your calls again. That is what we call the love of money. Then the second thing, misconception, is that people think money is hard to get. That is not true. Money is not hard to get. Money is just a colored paper. It's not hard to get. Remember, this money you are dying for, some people in central banks around the world are printing it. So it's not hard to get. The only thing is that you need to understand the equivalence that you can exchange for money. A lot of people think money is all about your connection. Now, why I teach about networking and I teach about connection, money is not just about connection. Money is about the value you can offer. Because the person you want to connect to, yes, the person you want to connect to wants also to connect to some other person. And if you are not connectable, yes, I'll give you an example with this thing here. This is a charger. Okay, this is a charger. So if you have this charger and then you bring this one again, the same kind of charger, let me try and get one. You bring the same kind of charger. Okay, yeah, they cannot connect. So that's what happens with a lot of people. You are not connectable. For you to be connectable, yeah, allow me, let me get another thing. For you to be connectable, you must have something like this. Okay? This one is giving and this one is taking, and then you can connect. So a lot of people just they want connection. They are they can't connect. Who you are going to connect with, you can't fit in. I always give an example about the food we eat in my place called popularly called fufu. Yeah, that food in Nigeria we call it swallow too. A lot of people um, love the food, yes, and that food, if you take that food and take magnet is black, that one is white. Magnets may love the fufu very well, but you see, magnets cannot connect to fufu because the property magnet connects to is not a fufu. Yeah, and fufu likes soup. So fufu cannot connect to magnet because magnet is not soup. Don't mind me, I'm joking. But in my organization, we always talk about facts you can use. So we use simple and local things to teach you something. So we don't say, oh, like in America, like in Japan, like in. No, you need to come down, yeah, and use local things to teach. Americans, Japanese, the things they teach with are the things that are local to them. Okay, but having said that, you need to be connectable in order to have connection. If you are not connectable, you cannot have connection. So you must understand that. So money is hard to get, a misconception. Money is all about connection, a misconception. You need to be connectable in order to be connected. That's the right conception. You need money to make money. Ha. You may be right to some extent, but that is not always the truth. Money is not just about money. You must have something you offer. That thing may be intangible. That's what we talked about, enhanced value. For instance, I've made all my money without putting down cash. I've made all my money without putting down cash. Every money I make, I have made from my head, from my brain. You can see how I receive and sit down and all those kind of things every time. It's because I'm physically challenged. Even as I'm sitting here, I'm wearing braces on my leg, I'm wearing rod, in fact that's the name, I'm wearing calipers on my leg. So I'm wearing, stuff made of rod on my leg. That's why you see me in all my videos, you see me sitting and resitting and all those. Because of course, either the waist is paining or the side is paining or the rod is paining and all those kinds of things. The point I wanted to make with that, if I had come to you to, give me money, if I have come to you to give me small money, you wouldn't have given me. You would say, this man will go and squander my money, or he's disabled, how can he actually do business? So I found out that I tried and tried and it wasn't coming. So I went back and started enhancing my brain, started enhancing my mind, started enhancing, and I started making money without putting down cash. And I want to encourage you, if you're interested in making money without putting down cash, you can register for the consulting process masterclass. The consulting process masterclass. You can DM us and then you'll start the program. It will help you. You can start making money from what you have, what you know, without just waiting for cash. Where will you get the cash if your mother doesn't have it, your father doesn't have it? A lot of banks may not lend you, either because you are young or you don't have properties or something. Why don't you mine your brain and then you make money out of that? So you need money to make money. So you may be right, but you're not 100% right. I've made all my money without putting down cash. You can't make money if you don't have capital. The same thing we're saying. Capital has been defined in my organization by me as anything you can capitalize on. Capital is anything you can capitalize on. Capital is anything you can. I've said it 3 times just for it to sink. So these are misconceptions about money. Money is a luck thing. When your time comes, you will make money. That is a misconception about money. Money is not about luck. That is why a lot of people who serve God and know God and are righteous, they are not the richest. That is why a lot of people who are good, very good people, righteous people, they are not the richest. That is why, it is not just a luck thing, it's not a righteousness thing, it is a strategy thing, it is a skill thing, it's an enhanced value thing. Nobody can come and give you money for a car when you don't sell a car, when you don't have a car that you are selling. Nobody can give you money to mentor the person when you cannot mentor, you haven't even mentored yourself. Nobody can give you money for soup when you don't cook soup. Nobody can give you money for confectionaries or catering services when you don't do those. You must have something you sell. And it's very important. There are 2 things, and I can't stop saying it. Everybody you ask on earth will tell you, every millionaire, every billionaire will tell you, there are 2 things you need in order to be able to be wealthy. Number one, create or build something. Number two, sell something you have built or created or what others have built or created, and you're going to be as rich as you want. Ladies and gentlemen, we have talked about misconceptions of money, just some of them. Let's talk about enhanced value. So, what is value? I want you to note my definition of value. Value is the worth of something, how how useful that thing is, or the usefulness of something. That is dictionary definition. But let me tell you, value. I'm talking about value. Value is the worth of something or the usefulness of something. Now, value for me, my definition, value is anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. Anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. Now, why did I give that definition? I've seen a lot of my folks and friends and fans and students who have so much capacity. They know how to get all the visas in the world. They know how to cook all the food in the world. They know how to, all those. Like, the person who is managing this my channel. She is so intelligent. Praise Jagade. She is so wonderful, so good with all the things you can do with AI and all those kind of things. I've been encouraging her to do quite a lot on her media agency. Oh, but she's not doing as much as I want her to do. And she will want money. Where will God send the money from? The money is already residing in her head, in her heart, in her hand. But if you don't use it, nothing God can do for you. So value is anything that is not nothing. Now, why I define it that way? Anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. That thing that you think is nothing, yeah, but is something for another person, take it as value. Yeah, I didn't start what I'm doing. I charge premium, tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of naira for talking. Yeah, I didn't start that way. I started, talking to one person, talking to another, advising. In fact, in school, they used to call me Papa. In my uncles used to call me Papa. My aunts used to call me Papa because any little thing I will start advising. A lot of people hated me for that and still hates me for it now. A lot of people still hate me for it because immediately you tell me one story or the other, I will start advising you. I'll tell you, go and do this. You're not helping your life. And people don't want to hear that, and they hate me for that. But you see, that's how I make all my money because it is a value. While it is inside of me, it's not nothing to me. But I found a way to use it to help companies, ministries, department and agencies, UN system, organized private sector, higher education institutions, micro and small medium enterprises, and I make money just doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, value is anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. Anything that is not nothing. It could be your dancing, it could be how you talk, it could be your conviction, it could be negotiation, marketing skills, sales skill, it could be your ability to use your hand, it could be your ability to solve problem, motivate people, coach, mentor, teach, speak, ability to negotiate, counsel, whatever it is. Value is anything that is not nothing. Value can be your ability to solve and solve conflicts and manage conflicts and all those kind of things. It could be ability to transfer knowledge. Value is anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. So nobody pays you for generalist knowledge or generalist value. What's the name of the Queen of England? What's the name of the King of England? What's the name of the children of the king? Nobody pays you for that. People pay you for how they can solve a particular problem. Somebody is infertile. You tell him how to be fertile again. Somebody is cannot make friends. You tell him how to make friends. Somebody is shy. You tell him how to solve his shyness. Somebody is falling sick every day. You tell him how to solve his sickness. Somebody specific knowledge. Don't go and bother you. There are a lot of things I don't know. Anything that is generalist, I don't know them. How many states you have in this country? How many miles you have in this country? How many? I don't know those in the tallest mountain in the world. This one, I don't know them. Those history, reading about or past political leaders for the purpose and that, I don't know. Unless I'm reading them to know the strategy they used during their time. That is the only thing. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, so you can know what you want to know. If you're a journalist, you need a lot of history because it becomes handy in what you do. If you're a lecturer, you need a lot of history, it becomes handy in what you do. But if you're a businessman like me, yes, you need the history of, if I'm going to Netherlands, if I'm going to Belgium, I'm going to America, I'm going to Minnesota, I will read the things around that, all the things that can help me around it. That is amazing thing to do. Okay, now very important to know that value is anything that is not nothing that solves specific problem, and you can start enhancing the value you have, enhance it every single second, every single minute. My time is running out, so I'm going to start winding down. How do you discover value for your environment? How do you discover the value people need in your environment? Number one is that you are going to look around and ask, first of all, what problems do you have? What problems do you have? So I have the problem of my internet. I have the problem of being motivated every second. I have the problem of my laptop, messing up. I have the problem of my air conditioner. I have the problem of the kind of seat I sit, ergonomic seats I can sit on. I have the problem of the kind of pillows I can use. I have the problem of graphics. I have the problem of recording softwares. I have the problem of my environment, breathing good air. I have the problem of dirt in my environment. I have the problem of washing my clothes every day. I have the problem of, look around first, see what the problems people have. Then that is one. You ask yourself, who is solving this problem for them? So you find out who is solving this problem for them, their needs and their wants, who is solving it for them. You look around who is solving it for them, and then you ask the question, how do they want it solved for them, that this person is meeting or not meeting, or this organization are meeting or not meeting? What are the pains they are passing through? Are these guys solving it very well? In the process, in the product, are they solving it very well? What the unique value proposition of this their solution? Are they helping these people the way these people want it done? Is the unique value that they are proposing, is it inside the product, or is it inside the service, or is it inside the process? You're going to look at this. What are the pains they're passing through? Then you're going to say, what are the gains they are looking for? What jobs are they doing, and what jobs do they want this service, platform, or product to do for them? You ask those questions, and then you ask, how can I step in? How can I step in? I don't have all the money, or I have all the money. How can I step in? In what scale? You ask yourself about 13 questions. I'm going to treat those 13 questions. My manager will remind me, Project will remind me. And we're going to treat those 13 questions or 14 questions you must ask and answer if you want to start a business, or if you want to solve problem, or you want to have enhanced value. But because of our time, I'm not going to go into that. You're going to say, what is the problem I solve? What are the needs I solve? Who am I selling this to? What is the unique value of what I'm doing? How do I raise the money? How will my startup look like? How will the business look like? What's the creative business model I'm going to use? Am I going to create services, platform, and products? Which one is going to start first? Quite a lot of questions. Do I need startup capital? How much is it, and from whom? And how much are those people going to get? What is my exit, plan? How do I systemize this business? At what point do I scale? And who am I marketing? Who can be my partner? Who can come in? How do I get my workers? Who can be my decision-making machine, my decision-making middleman, my decision-making influencer, and all those? You are going to answer all those questions, many of them, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you discover the value for your environment and start working on it and enhancing it and making it better. Remember, I have a lot of companies, and for each company I build, each one I want it to have 100 years lifespan. So don't be that kind of person. Immediately you start your business, you just want to swindle people and all those. There are people, you pay them money for real estate, $100,000, you pay them 100 million naira, and then they are not, giving you the service. They don't, the land they showed you, if you come the next day, another person is working there, another person is building there, and they have 50 plus in their place, they sell for 200, 300, collecting money from everybody, and then they're making trouble. That is not how to do business. You must have enhanced value. That's the way to go. Now, there are strategies for enhancing your value. Time will fail me to talk about them, because this is not about strategies for enhancing value. This is about showing that money follows value. I have a lot of story I can tell you about money following value and how I've been so part of that. Everything I've ever done. In fact, most of them I started them free, and I found that over time, people when I stopped, people said, "Ah, we're ready to pay for this." It's so many of them. My work with ministries, department, and agencies, United Nations systems. My work with micro, small, and medium enterprises. My work with organized private sector corporates. My work with oil companies and others. I have been able to enhance my value, and one of the first strategies I use in enhancing my value, number one, is I am hard on myself. Now, what I mean is that when you're hard on yourself, the world will be soft on you. I tell my friends I read a cumulative of an average of one book every single day. That is why I don't just go out gathering friends everywhere. You know, you can stay with me for 2 days. My phone has not rang once. Now, get it right. My phones ring, but all the numbers that are ringing are with my managers, whether it is in my event planning business, whether it's in my consulting business, whether it's in my mentorship business, whether it's my any or they are all Desta Rosie, Above Shutters and Properties, Black Energy, Buy Values Digital Communications and Advertising Limited, all those companies, they have managers who have the phone and they're answering those calls. Now, every of my friend who calls me knows you call me from 8 p.m. up or you drop a message for me. So the point becomes that I've algorithmized my life so that I can put value because the more you learn, the more you earn. Don't take it for granted. They come from the same root word, learning and earning. The more God has done everything for you by enhancing your mentis, by giving you capacity for neuroplasticity. The human mind can learn anything you want to learn. I am a living example. I am disabled on my lower limbs. I have polymyelitis when I was about 1 year, 6 months. I have crawled on all four. My hands were so dark. I have, my legs had turned topsy-turvy. I went for 7 orthopedic surgeries and I'm able to start working with crutches and calipers, went to school and all those kinds. The point is that the God who made you cannot even save you without you. He has given you all the things that make for greatness, for power, for whatever, but it's your job, is you that can determine what you want, around that. I want to encourage you. Very important. Start giving value to yourself first. What you have, garbage in is what you garbage out. If you spend all your time watching Premier League, yeah, and if you don't have anything to do with Premier League, in other words, you are not somebody who is a sports analyst, you are not somebody who does this one and that one. You cannot move forward. So it's very important that first of all, you are able to put value on yourself. So number two is being able to show up, find out where people who need your value are, and then show yourself to them. Now you can start by doing free. And whenever we say doing free, it appears I still do free, okay? I charge premium for what I do, but I still do free. Yes, I have a friend here in my presence, and so this morning I've taken more than 2 hours teaching this friend. Yes, because this friend is very important to me. This friend gives so much trying to find out what this friend can do for me. Because of that, I am ready to give her free. This friend is here as I'm recording. This friend is copying notes as I'm recording. Allow this friend to be here in my studio, in my office, simply because this friend, is interested in offering value. Sir, what can I do? How can I help? What can I do for you? How can I be of service? Sir, you've been good. So because of that, I offer free to this friend and members of this friend's family. The point is very simple. Start by offering free. Yeah, when you offer free and they will want more. Now, don't offer free to the person who is not valuable, unless the person is a beggar you are giving just for Christ's sake. Otherwise, don't offer free for this person. If the person cannot buy, if the person will not buy, if the person is wicked and the person, even though he or she has the money, will not buy, you don't have need to offer free to this person. Ladies and gentlemen, so build yourself, then offer free, then monetize. You need to productize before you monetize. Productization is what my manager will help me talk about next time. Productization, how to productize. You take one thing that is nothing, you productize it and make it beautiful and wonderful, and it starts solving problems. Remember our definition of value.
Value is anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. Anywhere you use it, try and quote Dr. Kali. Okay, so now there are strategies for enhancing value, but time will not allow us because we've already done 24 minutes already. Now, how to drag your environment into the value you have created. You can drag your oh, we are going to talk about this later. Check or keep checking this channel, and you see how can you drag. You created a value. Facebook created a value. We didn't know what they did in the dormitory, and they did what? They dragged us into the value. You see, WhatsApp created a value. They did what? They dragged us. Instagram created a value. They dragged us in. So you can create a value and start dragging people into that value. But I encourage my manager to get me down to do something on that. Now, making money as the natural reward or therapy for enhanced value creation. Making money is the natural reward or the therapy for enhanced value that you have created. In other words, now the society rewards you with money. The society gives you a therapeutic embrace. Say, oh, for creating this, please take this, and so you can go and create more. Yes, that's what money is. So if you're looking for money to fall from heaven or come from one big politician or another, and you don't have your president or your senators as your godfather, I wish you luck. But what I know, I've built my wealth, I've built my life by 1 second at a time, 1 naira, $1 at a time. I've built it into some level of freedom. And I want to encourage you to know that there is no way you are going to be rewarded by the society unless you create enhanced value. Always remember, money follows enhanced value. As I look forward to seeing you next time. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, follow, share for others to actually learn and gain from this. I appreciate you for listening in. You can follow me on other channels, but you can also reach out to Dr. Kali so that we can work together on public speaking. Public speaking is one of the greatest ways to make yourself better and sell anything. It's a multi-sectoral skill. Oh, let me stop here. Always remember, only doers go to the bank. If you cannot do, nobody will reward you. Only doers go to the bank. Only sellers get the money. See you soon. Thank you for listening.